today I just wanted to jump on here and kind of talk about what we are going to be doing the next 2-3 weeks. What you think you're going to be doing and what you're going to be doing is two different things. Because I don't know what, I thought I was going to be getting ready for winter. And it's funny how things change because we're going to be putting up a greenhouse, and I'm hoping that I don't regret this because I'm not totally ready with all the snow equipment and stuff like that. But you know what? That's what I do. When I don't have enough time, I just add another huge project. But I really do see that this one could be necessary. So the whole story on the whole thing is my wife's family, they bought this used greenhouse, and they were talking about it, and I went down, took a look at it, and it is pretty amazing. It's like a high tunnel, 24-foot wide. It's a big greenhouse. Your cousin was saying they had a section of it that was left over that they didn't need it. They just couldn't fit it or something like that, and they were going to give it to us. And I thought, man, we really can't pass that up. So in the last week, I've been feverishly trying to get the wood, trying to get the hardware. They have about 6 extra hoops, which 4 feet apart gives us about 20 feet. So it's going to be 24 wide by 20 feet. So you know how they say high tunnel? It's not much of a tunnel, but it's more of a square. But I think that's going to work good, and it's really going to be a good starting project. You know what? Because I know nothing about high tunnel greenhouses, but I bet after I get the thing pretty much together, I'll kind of know how they go together. So it's all a learning curve. But I thought, you know what? When there's an opportunity like that to get a greenhouse, I just couldn't pass it up. So I rearranged everything I'm doing. So in the next couple weeks, if the snow holds off, we are going to be working on the high tunnel greenhouse. So you're going to see a bunch of videos with that. So that's what's going to happen there. I really think it's really important to be able to grow your own food. I'm going to give you a little update on my indoor gardening. It didn't go well. It really didn't. I made some major errors, and I think what the big thing was I started in the spring, and then I started doing my gardening outside and doing everything, and I lost interest. So what I'm going to do in the next couple weeks, after I'm done with the greenhouse, I'm going to start my indoor garden, and we're going to go through the winter trying to grow some lettuce and stuff like that. So I think it's more of a winter project because you know what? It gets busy in the summer, gets busy, all that. So I feel like for a couple months I could probably grow some lettuce indoors, and then the rest of the year I can probably work in the greenhouse and stuff like that. Because really we're planning on trying to make a way that we can actually heat the greenhouse. So even on those cold days, if I go down there, it'll be a nice place to work and just work on the garden. So the next couple weeks we'll be putting up a high tunnel greenhouse. The snow has been holding off so far, so I'm super happy. So I think this weekend for sure, we're going to get the main hoops up. The next weekend, I'm assuming I am not going to be done. So I'm going to try to keep continuing on and try to finish the high tunnel greenhouse to the point that I'm going to get it ready to put plastic on. So then I won't work on it through the winter, and hopefully I will get the plastic in and what I need to fasten the greenhouse plastic down. There is different ways to fasten greenhouse plastic down, but a lot of people are using wiggle wire, and it's basically a track. You put your plastic in and then you put your wire in it and it kind of jams the plastic tight. So if you guys have had a high tunnel greenhouse and you put one up, and maybe in the description just give me some tips, like what kind of, do you guys use wiggle wire to tighten the plastic? Where do you get your materials, your plastic, your wiggle wire? Good companies, people that you've enjoyed to work with. Leave some comments kind of telling us a little bit about that. And because I'm going to be looking up through the next couple months trying to track down a good supplier of plastic and wiggle wire and figuring out how this all works together, because I've never pulled one up. And if any of you guys have one and you have some tips, just tell me in the comments too. So that's what we're going to be doing in the next little bit. So I just want to give you an update, and you guys have a good one.